Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors survive back-and-forth battle with Magic. Moses Moody capped a 17-point performance off the bench with a late three-pointer. Andrew Wiggins had a team-high 25 points, and the Golden State Warriors outlasted the Orlando Magic 104-99 on Monday night in San Francisco. Stephen Curry overcame a slow start to score 24 points for the Warriors, who won for the third time in their last 4 games. Cole Anthony came off the bench to pace Orlando with 26 points. The Warriors ranged from trailing by 11 points in the first half to leading by 15 early in the fourth quarter, but they trailed 92-90 with 4:27 to go before outscoring the visitors 14-7 the rest of the way. Wiggins, Kevin Looney and Draymond Green had hoops in a 6-point burst that gave Golden State the lead for good. And when Moody countered a Franz Wagner jumper with his three-pointer for a 99-94 advantage with 1:07 remaining, the Warriors were able to hold on. A three-pointer by Anthony kept the Magic alive at 102-99 with 17 seconds remaining, but Curry hit a pair of clinching free throws 4 seconds later. After scoring just 43 points in the first half, the Warriors appeared to put themselves in the driver's seat with a 39-point third quarter to take an 82-67 lead. But the Magic chipped away, eventually drawing even at 90 all on a jumper by Anthony with 4:58 to go. Curry missed his first 6 three-point attempts and finished 2 for 12, but the league's leader from the free throw line at 93.7% going into the game padded his point total by making all 8 of his attempts. The Warriors were able to outscore the Magic 36-24 from beyond the arc, despite shooting just 30.8% from distance. Dennis Schroeder did all of his scoring on 3 three-pointers, while Moody went 3 for 5. Looney grabbed 16 rebounds off the bench for Golden State to complement 6 assists and 2 points. Wagner had 21 points and Paolo Banchero 18 for Orlando, which dropped its 4th in a row. Goga Bitadze contributed 6 points and 14 rebounds, while Wendell Carter Jr. amassed 6 points, 9 rebounds and 7 assists. Go big or go home. Warriors' delusional trade deadline dreams involve LeBron and KD. In a stunning trade that sent shockwaves throughout the NBA, the Dallas Mavericks, Los Angeles Lakers, and Utah Jazz completed a 3-team deal over the weekend that sent Luka Doncic to the Lakers and Anthony Davis to the Mavericks. Overall, the Mavs acquired Davis, Max Christie, and the Lakers' 2029 first-round pick, while Los Angeles acquired Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris. The Jazz ultimately ended up with Jalen Hood-Schifino, the Lakers' 2025 second-round selection in the NBA draft, and the Mavericks' 2025 second-round selection as well. In yet another 3-team blockbuster, the Sacramento Kings, San Antonio Spurs, and Chicago Bulls engaged in a trade that sees the Spurs receiving De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin, the Kings getting Zach LaVine, Sidi Sissoko, and 6 draft picks, and the Bulls acquiring Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and San Antonio's 2025 first-round pick. Now, it seems as if the Golden State Warriors are trying to get in on the action ahead of Thursday's trade deadline. And just as things went with the deals mentioned above, the Dubs are apparently looking to make a significant splash in their attempt to bring at least one superstar to town to play alongside Steph Curry. And if the Warriors get their way, that number would be 2, as reports are swirling that they're inquiring about adding both LeBron James and Kevin Durant. In an appearance on the Pat McAfee Show on Monday, ESPN senior NBA insider Shams Charania stated that the Warriors have been extremely aggressive in their pursuit of a second superstar ahead of the February 6 trade deadline. The Warriors are legitimately calling about every All-Star player, Charania said. You just named the All-Star player, the Warriors have probably called about them. Paul George? They've made calls on every star, and that, of course, includes players like LeBron, players like Kevin Durant, players like Jimmy Butler. They are making calls. they are dead set on trying to find another superstar player, with Stephen Curry. That is another subplot to this trade deadline as well. Jake Fisher of the Stein Line also reported on Monday that Golden State's most desired result would be the acquisition of both LeBron and KD. Sources say the most ambitious idea being tossed around among Golden State's decision-makers: is there any feasible pathway for the Warriors to pull off the dreamiest of outcomes and find a way to bring both James and Durant to the Bay? A few days ago, the idea of the Warriors adding both would have seemed ridiculous. But given what went down between the Mavs and Lakers, just about anything seems possible at this point. One of the main things that has to be considered, of course, is what the Warriors would have to give up to acquire the pair of past NBA MVPs, both in overall talent and salary, as James and Durant have a combined cap hit of close to $100 million this season. And with Golden State already hard-capped at the first luxury tax apron, they'd undoubtedly need to part with that same amount in a trade. With Andrew Wiggins making more than $26 million this year, he'd likely be the first to go. The Warriors would perhaps even have to think about parting ways with Draymond Green, who's earning more than $24 million for the 2024-25 campaign. While Jonathan Kuminga doesn't make nearly that much at just over $7.636 million, he'd likely have to go as well, as would several others. If the Warriors can even pull this off, they'd have to ask themselves if letting go of some of their young talent to bring in James and Durant for a short run would be worth it. Kevin Durant mock trades: how Warriors could make reunion possible, plus 3 other landing spots. Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis was already more than enough star power for one trade deadline. De'Aaron Fox and Zach LaVine pushed the 2025 deadline to near the top of any ranking of the most active trade periods in league history. And now, the NBA is at again. It looks like at least one more superstar is in play before Thursday's deadline: Phoenix Suns forward Kevin Durant. Phoenix isn't planning to trade Durant, necessarily. But according to Jake Fisher, they're at least listening to pitches from other teams. It's not exactly a long leap from listening to considering to negotiating to finalizing. Once these things become public, they tend to escalate. So, what would it take to land Durant? Well, let's think about what the Suns would want. They're all in on winning now, but with the 36-year-old Durant gone, that doesn't have to be right now. That means they'll want veterans, yes, but picks are going to matter here as well, purely for the sake of flexibility. The Suns are going to want to have the freedom to make future trades that they've recently lacked. Added financial flexibility will help as well. If they can dump Jusuf Nurkic, then all the better, though we won't treat that as mandatory in any possible deal because the Suns do still have the 3 first-round picks they got from the Jazz to do that with. Devin Booker and Bradley Beal give them plenty of offense. Versatile wings and a starting caliber center are priorities here. The idea here would be for the Suns to sacrifice older, star-level talent to balance out the roster from both an age and skill set perspective. So let's try to figure out what sort of deals might be on the table here. Below are 5 attempts to sketch out possible Durant trades ahead of Thursday's deadline. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Kevin Durant? Leave your opinion in the comments.